The train headed for Sunset City will be departing soon.
Frank, you go first. I don't want to go first. You go first.
I don't want to moan in the mic, okay?
I'm
Look,
not saying,
I get it. You want to attract new viewers, but my voice is not the one to do it.
I think it is.
Frank, you don't know that.
Yeah, you have a delightful voice. Like, I know that
No.
this is all joking and stuff, but like now you're out there like saying, "Oh, I can't seduce anyone."
No, you do have
with
a
my
you do have a
voice."
good
It's like-
voice.
Yeah,
You have a
lovely
good,
voice.
distinct voice, Frank.
Yeah.
I have no interest in.
I'm not saying
Performing certain
for the
sounds.
thing you mentioned. I'm just saying for you, my friend, have a good
okay.
voice
Thank you.
for
Yeah,
narration
it's
and for
a very
talking.
very pleasant voice.
Yeah.
Well, so,
Yeah.
back in the day, people would tell me like, "Could you just not do commentary going forward?"
What the fuck? No. That's,
What?
You listen to the worst people.
Why?
You know what you should do? You should
I was
start
like, "Well, you're gonna have to get used to it."
start doing audiobooks, man. They would send you to sleep.
That actually might be fun. I kind of like doing like little voice acting things. I feel like I'm getting a little better with impressions. Like,
I've had
don't
a
know.
friend suggest that I
Fun.
do that, but I really don't know where to get started.
How do you
with
do
stuff
that?
Like that?
Wait,
Yeah,
do
I
you just
don't
get a
know.
job doing audiobooks?
if you're into impressions, do an impression of Kermit the Frog right now.
I don't think I can do Kermit.
You said
He's got
you
like
were
a
good
very
at
distinct
impressions. You're
voice.
either good at impressions or
I
you're
used
not.
to be,
So do
I
a
used to
Kermit
be able to
impression.
do it.
Yeah, not.
Okay,
If
so
you
I used
say
to
I'm
be
good
able
at
to-
impressions, it's not like I'm not Brock Baker. Like I didn't mean like
You
every
said you're
impression.
good
I
at
meant like I have a
impressions, so
couple
if
that
you're
I
good
like.
at impressions, why
Come
can't
on,
you do an
goofy
impression?
person. Give me the goofy impersonation. I had to like finish that sentence. Jesus Christ, that was
The
awful.
Goofy impersonation?
Give me
Goofy,
the Goofy.
I feel like that one's a little more easy. He goes like, oh, yoke, oh, yoke.
See, that wasn't very good.
But I used to do a Kermit the
Well,
Frog
thanks.
like almost
Sorry.
13,
Just-
14 years ago.
It wasn't good.
Only because I would be playing like Black Ops with my friends, and I got him the other team, and we were all in a party chat, and I was just messing with them.
Frank,
the
do
entire
Kermit.
Yeah,
match.
he's kind of like, it's Kermit the Frog here.
Frank, do Kermit.
We can
Frog.
all
Not
be
on
Kermit
stream, that's not
together.
appropriate.
We can all
That's
be
bad.
Kermit together.
Wait,
We can
so are we
all-
Kermit
I
or are
can't
we
do it.
Ray Romano or are we? I don't remember the other person.
Okay, so you be Ray
the
Romano,
hell is Ray
I'll
Romano?
be
Is
Kermit
that the
the
guy with the
Frog,
cheese?
and Dylan, you can
Everybody
be...
loves Raymond.
Yeah. Everybody loves
Oh.
Raymond. Man, I remember coming home from
I meant
secondary school,
Romano Parmigiano.
pop in on Comedy Central and being like, "It's time," and then I'd watch Everybody Loves Raymond.
I've
I don't
only
think I've
seen
seen a
one episode of
single
that.
full episode of that show. I just know the voices.
I've only ever seen one episode of it, and it was I believe he set something on fire in his kitchen, and it got worse and worse.
There's
Because he was
also
supposed
the
to be
mother
buying,
who's like overbearing,
Yeah.
and that's like a whole part of the
God,
plot.
it sounds like
Who
so
was the-
many other rom hacks. What the fuck with rom hacks? Sounds like so many other TV shows, man.
Everybody Loves
Oh,
Raymond is my favorite rom hack.
The fucking classic Sonic rom hack syndrome, just being the same as all the other sitcoms.
I mean, they gave Brad Garrett like his own show like a few years later, and it was not very good.
Well, okay.
That
Welcome.
It's always the case, really.
Welcome, everybody, to Sunset City, the Sonic sitcom for the classic and modern age. With me today is, as always, Dylaniqua64.
Hello, it's me.
We've also got Gotta Be Frank.
Hello.
And no Trey today. He's too busy in Hollywood at the soiree. So, yeah, since he's
Not
having
in
a big time
Hollywood,
at the
don't dox him
at the big
incorrectly.
at the big soiree in Hollywood, we don't have any Trey today. Sorry, Trey fans.
Oh, Trey fans not eating today. Nothing on the tray.
Nothing but slop.
That was stupid.
Now, of course, we do have some housekeeping to do as well. Super chats are read out at the end of the show, as always.
Wait, who are
and-
you though?
Huh?
Who are you though?
Who
He's
am I?
Ray Romano.
I'm Ray Romano, hi there. Okay,
No, that's
so,
Kermit. You didn't. I don't think you introduced yourself. Who the hell
Now-
are you?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm Pop. Hi.
and, we are funded by Patreon. We've got, some patrons to shout out right now. We've got My Great Rolls, Then 101, Aiden Fitzgerald, Stardust Chaos, Crimson Rose, Mr. SP, and KB. And if I put my voice up like this, you get Glenn from Superstore. Oh!
Holy shit, he's so talented. I do like the Kermit. The Kermit was very good.
For Kermit, you do that, and for Glenn, you gotta be more silly.
Which is funny because he's a live-action character, whereas Kermit's a puppet frog.
I've not seen Superstore.
Dude, you gotta see
I
Superstore.
better
It's
like it,
so
though.
fucking funny. It's so funny. Glenn is the silliest.
I can do an impression of Stewie.
Go on.
Hey, it's me, the baby.
Hi there, it's me, the baby from Family
Hey, it's me,
Guy.
the baby.
I saw the episode recently, so that was on my mind.
I reckon, Frank, you could do a good Brian, I reckon.
Early Brian or douchebag Brian?
I mean, it's all in the writing. I just think you could do the voice.
Brian's almost like a Sonic voice, almost. Like he's
Whoa,
almost
that's
like a
ahoy.
shithead Sonic.
Peter, oh,
Oh. Peter, whose leg do I have to hump to get a martini around here?
Peter, oh, liberal agenda, Peter. Oh,
Peter, 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 Peter. Sorry,
Peter,
he's
why does
walking a wall.
Quagmire
He's
not
confused.
like me? He hates me. It is true, Dylan. What you put on the thing is true. We are way more on track on off track because what is this?
We are.
What? Who asked for this?
Because I don't care about Sonic. I don't give a shit.
Who is
like,
this
okay,
for?
so I could explain my philosophy very quickly. I've been talking about Sonic on YouTube for like 10 years. So anytime we have the chance to talk about something that's not Sonic, even if it's fucking Peter, I'm looking for martini. You know, like
Hey, Peter.
I don't care. Like I'd
Peter.
rather talk about that,
Oh, laughs ahoy.
So what you're saying is you want to...
even though Sonic's good now. Even
What
though
you're
Sonic's
saying
good
is that
again.
you want to quit
I-
Sunset City because you don't want to talk about Sonic anymore.
No, I enjoy talking to my friends and making
You've heard it
funny
here first, folks.
gags and
Dylan
goofs.
wants to quit Sunset City.
Oh,
And we're talking about Fangames and stuff today, so like that's fun.
We've been hanging out more often lately, and now he's all like, "Oh, I guess I don't need to be on the podcast anymore." Oh.
Yeah, now I'm sick of sick of Sonic.
We could always change it to a Super Mario 64 podcast.
Holy
There's not
shit, I
much
could
to
talk
really
about that every
say,
time.
is there? Though, other than like
We
mods.
can
no,
explore
Steve,
ROM hacks.
we stretch it out by talking about
shit.
one
Hey,
level
that's an
per
off-
podcast,
Hey, that's an
and
off
then we
track.
talk about
Well,
ROM.
why don't we just do that with Sonic?
Fuck Sonic?
I'm sorry. I don't look.
No, that's.
I love you guys. I love Super Mario 64, but Mario is nowhere near as interesting to talk about as Sonic. Mario might be better
Yeah, no,
quality and
that's
stuff
true,
in
most
most
of the time.
cases, but it's never as
I gotta get you
interesting
to play
to
the
talk
Mario
about.
RPGs. Why have I not done that yet? That's crazy.
Oh my god, Super Mario RPG. God,
He's got to play
that
him, yeah.
again.
I think. Let's see.
Okay, we'll give Dave.
Maybe
some
Frank could play Mario RPG and
mods.
Pup could watch that one because I feel like that one the barrier of entry is a little bit tougher if he plays the original.
Are you kidding me? I could play that easily. I could play it with my eyes closed. It's the easiest fucking thing in the world. Watch me.
I mean, you can if you want. I think it's a great game, great world building.
It's funny how I tend to stick to like the simpler RPGs, but then when it comes to like Super Mario RPG, it's like, oh, that's the greatest thing ever.
Anything
care how
gaming-wise,
simple it is.
I would like to try it for myself.
That's fine.
Persona 5 is
we'll
an
set you up
RPG,
a Mario
isn't it?
RPG at some point then.
Yeah, it is.
What?
Persona 5 is an RPG,
And
and I
that is
enjoy
one-
that.
Oh yeah, no,
I
that's
think I played
honestly
about an hour of that game.
Persona 5. Persona 5 honestly opened up a lot of avenues for me because I didn't really get too into RPGs. I loved Mario RPGs because you kind of have more going on, like you're dodging or you're guarding and doing the little
Yeah,
action commands.
It requires
And
a
then
little
Persona
more than
5
just
is
hit a
like
button.
it's just it feels so good to play and it's so
It does.
stylish and fun and the music's so good that
I
I'm just
need to
like,
get-
oh my god, and like the story and characters are so good. Like,
I need
geez.
to get back on it.
So now I play
because
more RPGs because I'm
right
interested in
now-
them now.
I'm figuring out whether or not Kamoshida's a bad thing.
He's a bad man. He's a very bad man.
I know, but he might have been
Tough.
framed. Like, he might not have done it. Like,
No, he's bad. He's a very bad man.
he could just
You
be a
don't get
really
it.
good man, you know? You never know.
You saw his subconscious self is the ruler of a castle and he walks around almost naked wearing a cape and he like has people on leashes all the time. Like he's a bad man.
That's
He's a
okay.
bad guy.
I do that all the time.
all the time.
All the time.
Okay. I think you're gonna get a calling card pretty soon.
Xavier Fortin
From
says,
someone.
Mario might be super, but Sonic's super duper.
I'm super duper.
With a big tuper. God, that is such a good...
Webster-
I had a big Rames is a big Tames.
Webster said you've been playing Metaphor Refantasio from the Persona team and you are hooked. That game, I own it and I really want to play it because it looks very good and I've played the demo and it's very fun. And also I should play the things that I buy.
Whoa,
'Cause
that's the
Things
horse.
that you
it's bad
buy?
practice to not do that.
I thought you were a gamer.
No, but the amount of gamers
You know,
that
actually,
I like.
you know, I think I was not as in a rush about it because I got a bunch of store credit at GameStop and I used it on Steam credit, so I bought the game and I was like, good, I have it now.
So at Chrism time, I don't know if it's as good in the USA, but like, I find the Nintendo e-store has a lot of bargains on it at Chrism time, so I tend to buy lots and lots of games that I never fucking touch, which is a very bad habit.
Bargains
So
are just dangerous, yeah.
that's why I'm like, next time I think about getting a Switch 2, next time I think about it, I'm just like, pick up a game you haven't touched on your old Switch. Like, you've got plenty to play.
I'm also not going to be able to get a Switch 2 because one thing, it's going to be too much money, and second thing, you know, I wish I had at least gone to try and get the pre-order, but like I didn't, and I didn't stay up to get it online, and now I think it just doesn't exist anymore. So
I saw that in like
You know.
Canada, like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition is like $115. That's an old game. That's oh my god, they can't keep getting away with it.
that
Like,
game came out in 2017, 18.
Yeah.
yeah,
When
they
it's-
can't keep getting away
even
with it. I tell you.
Even if it's the upgraded version, like for whatever reason, these games never go
It's-
on sale.
Oh my god, dude, I don't want to be that guy, but you can play the game at 120 FPS already, just
Buy
not
the
on the
Wii U
Switch.
version. Buy the Wii
I'm
U
just saying.
version.
Like, and I'm
so-
not saying to obtain it in any way other than legally, but I'm just saying it runs very well on PCs.
And there are fun ways that you can change things up on it, like
Very
And
good
at
mod
this point as
support,
well-
and also very easy to rip the game and play it on the emulator. So
The thing is, like,
okay, Dylan, you're saying a little too much. Nintendo might be
obviously,
honest.
officially speaking,
back up your own game.
we can't endorse piracy. All I'm saying is, with Nintendo being the way they are, I'm not gonna not be your friend. You know, like that.
Well, see,
if-
I was
if that
not
makes
endorsing
sense.
piracy though.
That's not
I was
endorsing.
endorsing backing up your games.
That's not an
Ooh,
endorsement
okay.
of piracy. I'm just saying, look, when you look at the list of punishments for piracy, legal-wise, pup not being your friend is not one of them. Is all I'm saying.
I'm just gonna say this. I, along with them, do not endorse piracy, with one exception: Glover.
Okay, so
Buy a
can
used
can
copy
we
for
do it or
NC
not? Can we say how we really feel about this or not? Is that like allowed?
Oh, what's the name of the company? Pico Interactive bought the rights to it.
Pico
and
Interactive,
I believe they shut down work on a
stinky company.
yeah. They shut down like fan efforts to bring out like a full version of the unreleased Glover 2 sequel. I could be wrong about
It
that part
wasn't-
of it.
It was a so what happened was there were people that were trying to polish up the prototypes, and we'll get to Sonic ROM hacks in a bit, but this also is tangentially related, I promise. But like Glover 2 had a prototype build that was very rough around the edges, I guess, and some people were cleaning it up, just trying to make it work properly. And then Pico Interactive, who owns the copyright of Glover now, who bought it from Hasbro, I guess, said, take all that shit down, stop it. Because we might make a Glover 2 at some point, so you can't do that.
That's
So-
our IP to sit on.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, they keep re-releasing Glover, like, and,
They
you know, it's not
released
any
it
better.
not too
so-
long ago, and it's like a really busted port.
Yeah, I think they're, like, they keep re-releasing it, so they probably don't have to worry about, like, the copyright or whatever. And I'm not saying this is how this happened, but also the most recent re-release of Glover, if you look around, you don't see the branding of Pico Interactive anywhere, and I was like, oh, did they sell it? But it turns out they bought like this website or this like service that distributes games, I guess, and they're using that instead of their
Oh, they're hiding
the
their
new
name.
port.
Okay, fuck
and
them.
I don't know if it's on purpose, you know, but like to me it's like people don't like Pico Interactive, and now I don't see their branding anywhere, and it's like, that's kind of weird, but you still own it. Yeah, like, you know,
So-
like why would they do that?
The bottom
Interesting.
line, I guess, is that, yeah, like piracy, with all things, it's got laws against it, and there are certain punishments it can incur if you do it, so do it at your own risk. But one of those punishments is not pup will cease to be your buddy, or pup will lose respect for you.
Yeah.
And if you bought the re-release of Glover, I will probably have lost respect for you.
Well, damn, that's a bit hard.
Well,
but
they
okay.
probably don't know. They don't know though.
Yeah, they don't know any better. Frank, come on, man. Let's
No,
get
I'm
to
just judging you.
let's get to the main point, I guess.
But anyway,
Unless
no, sorry. I guess the main point of that was not a piracy thing. It was more of a preservation thing. Like that's my point about Glover 2 that Frank brought up. Like,
yeah, well,
it's stupid they made them take down those
Yeah, and
prototypes,
as someone who did grow
stuff
up
like
with
that.
the game, as someone who did grow up with the game, like that made me very pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
I was very pissed.
Yeah.
honestly.
Okay. Yeah, preservation and also the fact that Nintendo's selling Breath of the Wild for that much money when that feature is not something that's worth that much of a money upgrade. So that also. Anyway,
right,
yeah, Pup, you were saying.
yeah.
Go on.
I was gonna say, unless Frank wants to grow a pair, I guess I can go first for fan game show and tell.
Okay, well you can eat my ass
My
because we're
God,
gonna talk
good luck.
about. Oh wait, fan games. Okay, well then never mind. Fine, go ahead talk about your fan games.
I genuinely thought my attempt at peer pressure might work there, but apparently not. Okay, right.
So let's talk
Frank's
about
immune.
the ROM hack that is one of the coolest ROM hacks ever, and it's not even okay. And it takes a lot of inspiration from games like Castlevania and Ghosts and Goblins, and I'm talking about Hellfire Saga. If you've never played it, it plays like Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It has like the insta shield. You don't have a drop dash, and it's basically horror themed, and it's the coolest fucking thing ever. You have a life bar, but it is a little difficult to regain health. So it's a bit on. It's kind of tough to play. It's got that Castlevania Ghost and Goblins difficulty on it, where it's gonna take you a couple of tries to get through a boss, or you have to figure out its pattern. Some of the bosses include Arthur from Ghost and Goblins. One of them is like a werewolf, which I'm forgetting which game it's from. It's probably a Castlevania game. It could be like Rondo of Blood. There's also Mickey Mouse for some reason, though I think that's a form of one of the
He's a
one of
boss?
the later bosses. There's like a wizard that
In Hellfire Saga. That's so
one of the-
funny because it takes place in hell.
One of the forms is Mickey Mouse, so I think that's like one of a few forms.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I will say it does get a little weaker in the second half of the game, but like the first half of it is like some of the best that I've ever played. And it also has really cool like the second level like blew me away the first time I played it because it does a thing where like you get to a certain point, the screen flashes, and the level's completely different. So there's just a lot of cool stuff in it. I won't say too much more, but it plays
Just
well.
looking at it now,
It's got
like,
amazing graphics. The audio, the music is amazing. Give it a shot. Hellfire Saga.
So this is a
Still
Sonic
one of my
3 and
favorite ROM
Knuckles
hacks of all time.
mod,
Yes.
and
Yes.
so what? This is playable on like the Kega Fusion and stuff, then, or
Yes.
okay, all right. I'm interested.
So
I actually
Would you put this on the screen, Pop, if you're gonna look at them? I think that'd be good.
no,
yeah, show it to the viewers.
because then I'm showing other people's YouTube footage without their permission and stuff.
Oh no, go on like here. I'll
We'll
get you
shout
some
them
links
out.
so you don't need to do that. I'll show you the Sega Sonic Hacking Contest pages.
Okay, all right. Didn't want to do that.
So you can
but
show
okay.
pictures at least.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It's just because I don't have pictures of some of the other stuff I want to talk about. It just seems like a lot of effort, especially considering it's a podcast.
What don't you have pictures of?
Can I just say no? Can I do that?
All right, I guess.
Fine.
Okay.
Okay, for those of you who want to see things,
it will.
just look
You'll
up
just
the
have to
titles.
describe it. You'll just have to describe it a little more. It's a podcast at the end of the day, you know.
That's fine. I can do that.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
just have to get real descriptive. Given that we don't have Trey, I did actually add one little thing to the collection to talk about, but I don't know. Shall I just go with the ROM hack one? I got a little less to say about this than I guess my main meat one, but
Yeah,
I mean,
go for it.
Frank, did you
Whatever you
have
want.
did you have more to talk about, or with Hellfire Saga?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay.
I think I'm good. I think if I say more, I'd be saying too much about it.
All right, you know what? I got two I'm going to talk about in the ROM hack department, okay? Now, I do just want to say, I'm probably going to get people asking, like, we're probably going to get people asking, like, where's, like, PO6 and stuff like that? We're going a little more off the beaten track with this. We're looking for things that are a little less talked about, or things that are, maybe a little older, or maybe a little more unknown. I don't know. But, like, we've talked about, like, PO6 until the cows come home, I feel like. So, like...
Yeah, it does seem like that those ones do get a lot of a lot of
attention.
mention, and
Yeah.
for good reason. Yeah, they get a lot of attention for good reason. They're very solid. We just want to highlight some of the stuff that doesn't get as much attention that we feel should be known by other Sonic fans. So
Yeah. So I guess the
Yeah.
first of these little ROM hack thingies I want to talk about real quick is Jester's Challenge. Did you ever play Jester's Challenge?
I have no idea what that is.
I've never heard of that.
Really? Okay, so Jester's Challenge is a Sonic 1 ROM hack. And basically, you're put into this colossal fucking maze area. Like, the level is absolutely massive. And around the different areas, there's a little Jester that gives you kind of like little directional clues and stuff like that. He's not the most helpful thing in the world, but it is a huge, colossal labyrinth. And it's got lots of different layers to it as well. Like the top layer, you can see kind of like a cityscape. The lower layer, there's lava, but there's also an item box which can freeze everything. And I've never quite beaten it, because this thing has always kind of really challenged me. But I remember spending hours trying to get to the bottom of Jester's Challenge. And the music is really cool too. Let me just, yeah.
Kind of want to play this.
Yeah, no, Jester's, I think it's called Jester's Challenge anyway. I might have it wrong.
Where's this from? This is a ROM hack?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
ROM hack
apparently
for
a
Sonic 1.
ROM hack.
Oh, is
Jester's
this from
Challenge,
like hacking
yeah.
contest or something?
I'll just send you a link to the Sonic Retro page on it.
Okay.
Oh, there's a walkthrough, and apparently it's 8 minutes long, so I might just be stupid. But there's also lots of like different item boxes that will change the maze as well, change the course of it. So it's like you've got to find the right places to go. I'll put this link in the back room, see if you guys take a
Is
look
it, it's
at.
like a roguelike or something? Like it sounds like a
I don't really know what that is, but like yeah.
Or like where it has like
Oh, and the level.
procedurally generated levels or something.
No,
Oh.
it's not procedurally, but like it's like it's got lots of different modes and stuff to it. But like the zone,
last release was in 2010.
the zone is called
Oh,
the
God,
Pan
no.
Am Zone as well, and it's
Really digging deep. Wow.
it's got atmosphere to it. It's crazy. But yeah, that was one I played a lot in childhood.
In childhood. God
Yeah.
damn.
Dang, I was over here just looking through the games I have on my computer right now because I was like, yeah, I could just basically talk about everything.
I could briefly mention two of them that these are both
I
fan
can
games.
pull up some obscure stuff.
There's not a lot going on with them, but they kind of introduced me to Sonic fan games when I didn't really know a whole lot about the series, and this was like 2010, 2011. One of them being Sonic Fan Remix, which is supposed to be a Sonic 2 remake. I remember seeing that and thinking that was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. Like, I had never seen anything like it. It was like
Is there not
the
also like
2.5D.
Sonic 1 Mega Mix, which was like the Sega CD one as well?
There's
Oh, that's
there's
that's
a
Meg-
Megamix for the CD is like an enhanced version with like new bosses and new features, and Sonic
and-
Megamix
and
is
an,
just like the-
Megamix on CD also
new
has
levels.
has different level
Yeah.
design. But I was talking about Fan Remix.
Ah, okay. Oh,
Is
the
that
Sonic
the-
2
is
fan.
that the 3D one?
No, I
The
remember.
really
Yeah,
pretty one?
3D visuals, isn't it? And it came out
Yeah.
at the same time as Sonic 4 Episode 1, and a lot of people were pointing to that, being like,
that one was
"Holy
so cool."
shit!" Like, yeah, no, I remember that. That was awesome.
That and Sonic 2 HD. Those
Oh, yes.
like really got me to want to pay attention to like Sonic fan games.
Sonic
Because
2 HD.
before that,
Sorry,
I'd
go on.
never seen anything like it. And when I saw that, I was like, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And funny enough, they're both based on Sonic 2, which for the longest time I didn't really care for. I'm fine with it now.
Yeah.
I've always preferred 3. So I've always
Can I
been kind
plug
of a little
something
bit.
really quick?
What's that?
Yeah, there's if you guys want to specifically about Sonic 2 HD, if you want to hear more about that, I know because we just mentioned it briefly. There's a video on it's called Game Fact Special, where we talk about Sonic 2 HD and the entire development history of it and how it came to be and stuff. And I voiced that video.
You did.
You guys want to
I
watch?
remember
Like
that.
I think it's like a 40-something minute video. It's pretty
So I
fun.
actually will check that out because I was kind of like on and off whenever I followed their page. So I didn't get to hear a whole lot about like their development. So I will give that a watch.
Visually speaking, Sonic 2 HD is exactly what I want from a 2D Sonic game. Like the hand drawn
He looks so
visuals,
soft,
perfect.
doesn't
how
he?
pristine it
Doesn't
looks.
he like feel him? He looks
He
like
looks
Velcro or like
fantastic.
felt.
the 60 FPS animation, I think it is. But the animation has way more frames than I guess we were used to. And I was just amazed by it. And also just the way, like, Chemical Plant Zone looks and everything is like, God, I've seen that zone a million billion times against my will, but, like, holy shit, this looks amazing. Yeah, no, just an incredible looking project. It's like, we got Mania, we got Superstars, but I'm like, that is the one to strive towards in terms of visual looking. Like, it's beautiful.
Honestly, like, I am so happy we eventually got a playable version.
Yeah.
Because, like, again, it's weird because I at that time was the guy who didn't really care for Sonic 2, but playing it I was just like, nah, this is great. It doesn't feel the same, but whatever. You know, I'm doing
Sometimes
the
it can
thing
feel
that I've
better.
wanted to do for almost 10 years. Actually, it might have been less than 10 years.
Well, there's a lot of instances where, like, you know, because I think some of the people that worked on Sonic 2 HD, didn't they go on to work on Sonic Mania as well? Was that not the animators?
I believe they did.
Yeah, like, I think sometimes also just having those additional frames in the animation can contribute to the overall game feel, because it's feedback at the end of the day, isn't it? Like, if something looks different, it will probably feel quite different. So everything feels very responsive. And I've just thought of another one from my childhood that I want to talk about.
Okay.
Okay, so this is Sonny Neko by Nine Echo. I have no idea when this was made, but it must be ancient. It's like, I think it was last toyed around with in 2008, I believe.
Oh my god.
I might be wrong about that. But basically, Sonny Neko is like is named after its creator, so it's just someone's personalized version of Sonic 1, effectively. But they've basically there's a lot of skin swapping and music swapping on, like, the music and visuals. Like, Green Hill Zone is now Ice Hill. Marble Zone is now a bit more volcanic looking. Called Inferno Zone, which is fucking cool. And so it goes. But the thing that really had me quite surprised is the fact that it's got a first zone to it that seems to be brand new, called Good Morning Zone. And it's got such a vibe to it. And I don't know, I've got a lot of nostalgia for Sonny Neko.
Okay, I gotta look this up.
Let me get you a page for it. Sonny Neko. I don't know why they didn't call it Soneko, though. That feels like an obvious one, but Sonny Neko, I guess, is okay. When was this made? Yeah, last release 2008. Holy hell.
Jeez.
23rd of November 2008. That's wild.
My god.
Yeah, that's so old. That's older than dirt. Yeah, so what's happened here is I didn't actually intend to talk about ROM hacks. But, oh yeah, also, Labyrinth is called Dire Docks, so, little Mario reference for you there. But, like, I didn't intend to talk about ROM hacks today. Like, the original plan was that we'd all just kind of pick a fan game and talk about it and do, like, a show and tell kind of thing. But now that you got talking about, like, ROM hacks and stuff, I don't know why, it's just all started coming back to me. These mods that I used to play back when I was a kid.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, I never had that kind of experience where I was, like, growing up and playing those games, or playing, like, ROM hacks and fan games and stuff, because computers were not as well, let's just say we didn't really have one. So I was just playing, like, console games up until, I don't know, mid-2000s.
I have weird memories of when I was playing Sonic 3 for the first time, and I don't know why, but my parents would not put the heating on during the early winter months, so I was fucking freezing, and I was playing Ice Cap Zone, and my fingers were literally going numb as I was playing. I was like, what
immersion.
The fuck? Yeah, it was great. It was something else. My room always used to get super cold, so it was like, yeah. They eventually got more heating in there, so that was good. But yeah, Dylan, where are you? Have you left?
Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, Dire Docks.
Yeah, literally, right?
That's so cool.
I think we should make it so that it's Dylan's turn whenever his mic is muted.
Yeah, Dylan, whenever you come back.
Dylan, you're slacking. You're slacking. He's not listening to what any of us has to say, and he'll be like, Sonny Neko, what's that? I'll kill him. I'll
what is
literally
that? Like
destroy him.
what is that? Sonic as a cat or something?
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, no, he would. He would. No, but like I
like a
remember there was
cat
also like
hedgehog.
the Sonic Mega Mix games. There was like one that was like the Sonic 2 Mega Mix, which was built off of Sonic 2. And there was a lot of like sort of like palette swapping and stuff like that in that, if I remember right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was only familiar with Megamix and Megamix CD, which are like 2 ROM hacks. One of them I did not enjoy as much, but I guarantee, like, I go back to it now, I'd probably have a better time with it.
I remember playing the Sonic CD Mega Mix and absolutely loving it.
Yeah, that was fun.
Because there's so much packed into it and so many different playable characters, so many unique stages, even like including like Sunset Hill from Sonic Advance 2 and stuff like that. Sonic Advance 3, sorry. Yeah, no, it was a really impressive little thing. And like you could play as Shadow and he had his own little special abilities as well. That was really impressive.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking forward to Megamix Mania whenever they put out a new build. Because that's been a lot of fun to play. They've been trying to recreate Megamix through Sonic Mania, and it's been pretty good.
I think, didn't the people that worked on Megamix also end up working on Mania as well?
That I don't know. Also, it seems like the special stages are about the same. Although you get Sonic's unused jumping animation.
I want to
It's
see
kind of
now
funny.
if the Sonic Megamix people went on to work on Mania, because I could swear I heard somewhere they did. I know that there was a fan game called Sonic Retro, and I remember this one quite vividly because it used music from Jumping Flash. But like it had one 3-act stage called, I think, Egg Garden, and it was like kind of like a Robotnik lush garden place, and it was really pretty. And that was a phenomenal game. And yeah, that game was made by like the Taxman and stuff like that. So that was Mania's development team, a lot of them anyway, before going on to work on Mania. And it's funny as well because that game also does something Mania does in like bringing certain power-ups from like Knuckles Chaotix into the fray as well, such as like the giant ring power-up, which, you know, makes less rings to collect if you lose them and stuff like that. But I played that before I got the chance to play like Sonic 3 and Knuckles and stuff, because I didn't realize emulation was a thing when I was younger and trying to rediscover Sonic's back catalog. So I was just like thrilled to have kind of like a 2D Sonic game I could play on my computer effectively. And it's a terrific game. The animations are great. The level design is really strong. I've also just realized that Nine Echo, who worked on Sonic Echo, also worked on Sonic the Hedgehog Mega Mix, which was the Sega CD one as well.
Ooh, nice.
The last release of the Sonic Mega Mix was the 13th of August 2008.
That is absolutely wild.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Did Dylan just vanish?
Yeah, what the heck? What the fuck? Why did I censor myself the first time? No, because so much of this hinges on him. This episode was his idea, and now we have to fucking lead it because he's too busy going to KFC. He's gone to KFC.
He went to McDonald's to get his lava chicken or whatever they sell there.
Go to make a
His
quick
chicken jockey.
correction as well. Accelerate has pointed out that the game was called Retro Sonic, not Sonic Retro. So my bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Sonic Retro is the website. Retro Sonic actually makes more sense.
I mean, who's to say that it can't be the other way around? Who's to say?
Sonic Retro, the website.
No. It can be the other way around.
Fine.
All right. Well, you got anything else, Franken, to bring to the presentation?
It's like I try to think of like a fan game, but I keep going back to the same ones that I've played over and that have been kind of glazed over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't want to do that because it's like, oh, PO6, Sonic Triple Trouble.
Yeah, like those. That's not like that's the beaten track
Sonic,
effectively.
And was it the Fallen Star?
Yeah, Sonic and the Fallen Star, Sonic and the Moon Facility. Obviously, 2 great games and everything. And yeah, these are all great games, but yeah, we do want to kind of move away from that because we have talked about those games quite extensively, I think.
There are some that have like really cool ideas, I know Sonic Momentum was one of them. I kind of got a little flack for criticizing it at first, but then I gave it a shot again. It was like, it's weird. It's like a 2D platformer, but it also has like combat integrated, and it's like heavy on the combat as well. Where like you have to kind of like you'll be able to like keep your rank as high as possible. So I don't remember if that has to if that also counts towards a rank that you get at the end of the level. If anybody in chat wants to correct me on this one, please do. But it was an interesting spin on like the whole Sonic gameplay because you can still go fast. It's just you also have to fight enemies, which also may slow down the gameplay as well because it's kind of like the Sonic Heroes thing where you go from one point to another, but then you have to fight enemies before you can keep going forward.
Yeah.
So it's a very weird balance that I don't think can be perfected, but you can get pretty close.
I've never tried that one before. I'll have to give it a go. It's
Yeah,
funny
it's
as
gonna
well
be a
'cause-
little rough at first. It's gonna be a little rough at first because like if you like expect that you can do like you could do a spin dash and go through a loop. No, you cannot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have to do a peel out to go through a loop, which I guess makes more sense.
That's fascinating. Like, because that is imposing a new limitation, but at the same time, if it's doing something unique with its movement tech, I'm kind of here for it. Like, let's see what they have to do.
Yeah. Also, before and after the sequel, I feel like those are other ones where like
Those are fabled, effectively. Like, those are like the sacred
Yeah.
texts of Sonic Fangames. And I actually haven't properly played them, like, to be honest.
Oh,
And I think the
man.
thing is because I can't connect, like, a controller, and they are quite primitive by today's standards in, like, certain
Yeah, it's like
technological aspects.
I believe it's Game Maker that it's made in, or like the Sonic Worlds engine or whatever it's called.
Yeah, so
And
it's like...
sometimes you'll either have slowdown or the game will just not work or whatever. It's actually it's actually a problem that we see in even more common Sonic fan games. Like Sonic Ultra Saturn was one that I had to deal with. And that's a complete game. And while the last part of it is somewhat frustrating, it's still somewhat solid. I don't know if I'd call it like one of the best fan games I've ever played because it did have a lot of level design issues, but there was a lot going on for it. I believe you had like the drop dash, and I'd have to go and refer to my footage that I have of it because I did an entire playthrough, so I could do a video that still hasn't come out yet.
Well, hell yeah.
See, we have a Sonic tuber named Sam Procrastinates, but I fall victim to procrastination far more.
Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah, it's been a hot minute since my last actual video upload. I know I want to do one on Super Mario 64, but every time I think I've come to the conclusion of what I actually think, my mind is immediately changed by something else.
I've had a similar idea for Mario 64 because it would be the idea was like talking about how I learned to love the game through speedrunning.
See, my whole thing was originally going to be that I personally don't think the game is timeless, but that I think there are timeless qualities to it. Like, maybe it's like a timeless experience, but it's not a timeless overall product, or just stuff like that. I was going to make a lot of distinctions. There's going to be a lot of meditation on the meaning of the word timeless, basically. But then I realized kind of how much more fun I was having playing the co-op mode version of it. And it did make me realize that there's a lot to this that is really strong and is still timeless today. It is not the clunky experience that I played on my Nintendo Switch. So it's like, you know,
to be fair, we do play with mods, so like
sure, but
is,
like I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when I was just testing out the pup mod and just playing through the basic story of Super Mario 64.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Since we are talking about Mario 64, there were two that I was playing when we were on a call the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Chow Bandstand and Super Cream 64. Like those are two Mario 64 hacks that are based on Cream the Rabbit, and like yeah, for the most part still play like Mario 64, but there's a lot of work put into it, and those are some really solid ROM hacks. And I think I covered both of them for like Sonic Hacking Contest a couple years ago.
Well, look who decided to join us.
So if you didn't like the Mario
All right,
64
guys, I just have to
discussion, but
go take care of something real quick.
Huh?
Oh man, that was so bad that Firefox crashed the tab.
Dylan, you sound different.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, he's got a voice changer.
Oh, for God's sake, Dylan. If
Careful.
is this where you've
Pup's
been
gonna
this
start
whole
gooning.
time? Turning into a
Pup's gonna
woman?
start gooning.
Yeah, no, I just been fucking around.
Really? Are you serious?
You asshole. No, that's great.
That's not great. I'm not impressed. All right. Well, so have you been listening to the conversation, Dylan, or are you caught up?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, somebody in chat was mentioning Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers. Yeah, I know.
This
I
is
said
not
I was
my
gonna
thing.
play it at some
I don't know
point,
what
but
to do about this. Sorry, that was my sister. Sorry, I was talking to my sister. She dropped by and like I was like I was trying to I was like I was trying to like fuck with you, but
Oh,
like
so
yeah,
you're
like we
using a
just
voice
completely
changer.
improv. It didn't
So
work out.
we're
Okay, so
meeting
Dylan-
we're meeting Dylaniqua.
so that is cursed.
I mean, I've never referred to her as that.
So Dylan,
That's me
you
now,
gotta
I guess.
you gotta warn me when you do these things so I don't make inappropriate jokes, okay?
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's true. Like that could have gone so south.
Yeah, anyway.
That could have gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
so
sorry. No, she was
south.
just dropping by to like pick up a PS2 for something. So I'll be right back. 1 second. I was just trying to. The joke did not work out. I should have planned ahead a little bit better than that. But anyway, hold on. I'll be right back, and I'll be ready to talk about
No
Fangames.
fuss.
It'll be like a minute this time.
No fuss, Dylan, or it's all good.
I bet it's the fat PS2 that you can put like a hard drive or an SSD in. I put an SSD in mine
Wait,
because
that's a thing you can do.
my PS2 already. Yeah. If you get like the fat PS2, you can get a memory card that has like that can load like different software on it, and it'll allow you to play games off a hard drive or an SSD.
I'm changing the video's title to Feet Dylaniqua.
Oh, God damn it. But yes, somebody mentioned like Ring Racers. I'd probably say I enjoy SRB2 card a little more. I think Ring Racers overcomplicated the formula of the game.
I think the thing with ring races is it shows you so... Okay, so I'm saying this as someone who really likes ring races, by the way. But I think its tutorial, for as very long and in-depth as it is, shows you a lot of different moves that you're not actually ever going to use. But then the ring system of like running out of rings and stuff while boosting, it doesn't really teach you much about that, which is integral. It teaches you a lot about the fixings, but it doesn't teach you much about the turkey, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's something. But yeah, I'll be damned. It's when they talked at the same time that I noticed that he was actually not jesting. That's really interesting.
Well, I thought it was like a voice changer because Little Boulder did that to us a lot.
Yeah. No, I've
Like, we'll be
heard
in a call
Dylan
and he'll
use
just-
voice changes before in calls as well.
Oh, I've never heard that before.
Granted,
I'm
they
just like,
usually
all
sound
right.
way ropier, so...
Okay.
Does, I really want to try, I mean, wait, would like an Unleashed level mod count as, like, as a ROM hack, effectively?
I don't think it would, but I think we never really set the ground rules on what we would talk about, because I kind of did just go off on like ROM hacks, even though this was like mostly supposed to be about fan games. But...
Right, well, I want to quickly give a little shout out then to Sonic Unleashed Reimagined, which is by Team Encore. And basically, like, it's Sonic Unleashed and stuff, but they've given levels, like, kind of redesigns, like their new locations and stuff, and they sometimes take kind of place in, like, a Sonic Forces-y kind of world. I believe, like, Rooftop Run is now Rooftop Ruin. Adabat is now Seaside Hill and stuff like that. And it's a very cool looking game, like how much they've transformed this. Holoska has also been like dried out, so you're just running along like rock and dirt and stuff. But it's also
cool.
It's also got lots of different playable characters. So like you can play as like obviously Sonic, but you've also got like different Sonic models that you can unlock just for funsies. You can play as Shadow, Silver, Blaze, Amy. Like they're all playable and toggleable, and it's just a good time. So yeah, that's one I also highly recommend.
Yeah, that, and also, I mean, we did talk about Mega Mix Mania for a little bit, so I guess that is worth a mention. Well, then again, we'd also have to go into like Sonic Forces Overclock. You know what? Let's not overdo it with the
Yeah,
with the
we
mods,
won't overclock the
definitely
commentary.
Ah,
Yeah. Okay. So I guess maybe you should move on to a fan game I wanted to talk about. That was like the one that I kind of went into this with the intention of kind of talking about. So
yeah, let's go for it.
again, we're kind of keeping it to a niche again because this is a Dreams fan game, and like Dreams. If you buy Dreams for PlayStation, you're effectively buying a Sonic game bundle because like there's so many different little Sonic experiences on there.
Yeah,
And
I that is a game. That's one of the reasons I would love to get like a PS5 or something, because I would love to play those, but I don't.
well, there's a game on there that is worth the full price of Dreams. It's an incredible little Sonic experience called Sonic Venture. And this is by the Sonic Venture team. They get imaginative with some of these names. But so I played this like back in 2020, and they've changed a few things since. They've kind of scaled some things up, scaled some things down. It's a much more focused experience than it was before. Before it was very loosey-goosey, go anywhere, go to any levels, and there's like 10 levels, some of them unfinished. They've now kept it down to just kind of like 3 completed levels and a hub world and a Chow Garden. And that's actually a lot of stuff to put in a fan project anyway. But the original intention of the game was to kind of revisit and modernize the Sonic Adventure gameplay style. And in the earlier ones, they also had like different playable characters in some of these levels as well, such as like Tails and Knuckles. And it all felt very Sonic Adventure. It does feel like a revisitation of that Sonic Adventure 1 playstyle with a few little elements of Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic 06. But, like, just it's a very nicely made thing on a whole. Like, they've gone kind of above and beyond with things like character animations and character models. And those character models are clearly done in Dreams. So, like, rather than, like, a rigged character with a continuous like body, like you can see like the joints and the elbows and the legs and stuff, a bit like Super Mario 64. However, they've done the best you could possibly do within that at creating Sonic models. And they've even got a little devoted model viewer where you can see the models that they've made, hear their voice actors, and like they've given them little redesigns and design tweaks as well. Like Sonic now has like a satchel and he's got different shoes. And so it goes. But you've got 3 stages. You've got Beginner's Beachside, which is like a beach in a digital realm. The skies and the death plains are kind of like vaporwave, kind of a bit cyberspace-esque. But then you've got like
kind of cool.
This lush beach scenery, and it's much more diegetic than Frontiers' cyberspace look. Like you can see like things like trees, some of which are like white on like that digital background and stuff. So it looks very kind of psychedelic, but it also just, again, diegetic is the word for it. The second level is Seaside Paradise, which is like sort of a location on the outskirts of Seaside Hill. And it has a lot of that same overall architecture, but where I was really blown away, and the same goes for the level design in all of this game, is that it's so layered, the level design. Like, you've got upper paths, middle paths, lower paths, all completely 3D. You've got underwater sections with this one. And you can avoid those underwater sections entirely with skillful play. But like, yeah, it's a great stage, but then like Emerald Resort takes it up another notch because it's a bit, you'd think it's like Emerald Coast, but rather than necessarily being like Emerald Coast where it's like away from the hotel, you've then got like the beach area and that's where all of this takes place. That resort is much more integrated into the level. You've got like different buildings that you platform onto, which are part of the resort. You've got hang gliders. You've even got like a muck speed section, which is clearly taking inspiration from Sonic 06. And these levels last about 7 minutes, I'd say. So they all last a hot minute, which is great. Great balance of speed and platforming. Like, it's everything that you could really kind of want from a 3D Sonic platformer. and a Sonic Adventure revisitation. But it's the movement where this one really steals the show for me. So, like, movement-wise, again, like, the original purpose was to kind of replicate the Sonic Adventure experience. And the moveset is largely the same. Sonic has his homing attack, his spin dash, light speed dash, the bounce, that's all present. You've also got the kick from Sonic 06, and there's this tether move, which was really situational, but occasionally you see, like, a grappling hook thing that you can, like, sort of tether onto. It's a bit more like Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart with the tethering than it is, like, say, Sonic Forces. But it was a really cool little feature. There's also rolling and a drop dash. The drop dash is wonderful, because if you are in the air, it doesn't matter if you're in the jump state or whatever, you can hold down that right trigger, go into your drop dash state, and just roll around to your heart's content. It feels kind of...
The move... wow.
It feels kind of like the boost.
Rolling.
I am watching gameplay of it. The movement is insane.
The movement is the best movement I've ever felt in a Sonic.
It's the best movement I've ever seen in Sonic.
Just period.
Venture.
I kind of want like a full like 20, 30 level game out of
Sonic
it.
The turning,
I would be addicted.
The turning is wonderfully responsive, but my favorite thing about this, and this is something that you wouldn't necessarily know just looking at gameplay videos, is that at the core of this gameplay philosophy is chaining movements and tricks. And that's something that they've recently kind of incentivized more with this new chain meter, which gives you more points and stuff. Like, obviously you can chain, like, certain moves together in Sonic, but it's usually certain moves and you can only do it, like, a limited number of times. But, like, in this, like, the air dash and double jump are so powerful, and you can kind of always drop dash when in the air. You can always air dash when in the air, although, like, you can't just spam it. You can't effectively fly.
Right.
But, like, there's, like, occasions where they'll really put this to the test, where you see, like, an island in the sky that's, like, massively far away and high up, and it's got an enemy on it or something, and it's, like, it's got, like, a trail of rings going towards it, but it's too far away. It's like, how can I get to that? But in actuality, you can jump, you can use your bounce to get a little higher, air dash into the line of rings, then do a light dash, and they utilize this chained philosophy a lot. There are so many jumps that can be made by chaining different moves together, and I adore that, because it complements the flow state beautifully. The turning, always responsive, everything just feels wonderful. And the fact that you can go into a homing attack from an air dash is awesome. Like, hats off to them. They've made a beautiful, beautiful gameplay style here. It's got momentum, but it's also got that sense of real speed and flow that you get from, say, Sonic Unleashed. It's incredibly impressive.
I'll say this about it. I really appreciate that of all of the things you can do in the game, you can't just fly over like numerous obstacles or set pieces or whatever. Like, you actually have to interact with it instead of just flying over everything. So that is so damn cool. And
but it's because not only
looks amazing.
Not only do you have the power to kind of fly over things, like, there's so much level geometry. The level design is so layered that you're not really going to fly over one thing without landing on something else, effectively. And then there's also, like, the wall running sections, which are so clear. Like, you basically, once you land on a wall running section, you're running on that wall. It's none of this Sonic Lost World BS or anything like that. Like, they're just these little devoted parts that just add to the spectacle of the experience. And you can absolutely soar through these levels, but there's so much to explore. There are ramps that incentivize, like, spin dashing and stuff. And once you beat all 3 of those levels, you unlock Shadow to play. And it's the same play style, but just to be able to play as Shadow in this, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's always a fun bonus, having that guy show up.
Yeah, it's a hell of a game, Sonic Adventure.
Sonic Adventure, okay.
So,
yeah.
Make it short.
If anybody wants to help me afford a PS5, youtube.com/gottobefrank, that'd be nice. Watch my videos.
I mean, please do watch Gotta Be Frank videos. That is, Frank, actually, I want to mention something.
I do want to play this.
Don't watch Gotta Be Frank's videos ever.
Night,
never watch them.
Frank, I was playing the Mario ROM hack. I was playing my main file to try and catch more of the Pokemon. And later on in the game, I think it's at the beginning of... I don't know. Beginning of World 5, I think? Bowser says something to Kamek like, I've got to be Frank Kamek, and I literally almost paused the game and like Frank, look, Frank.
You know
They
what,
said
Dylan?
it. They said it, Frank.
You know what, Dylan? You kind of ruined it.
Huh.
You should have let me find that out on my own.
I know, but I'm excited, and I don't know when you're gonna get to it. So
Dylan, you're
true.
such an asshole, man. What does Dylaniqua see in you?
what? I can look. I can prove I'm not an asshole. I'll even talk about a game next.
Have you
After
seen what
being
I've
gone for
titled the
25
video,
minutes.
by the way? What I've titled today's episode?
Did you change it back?
No. Look at it. Just look.
So fucking cursed.
Why did you just put like ROM hacks and fan games featuring? That is not my sister's name.
Would
we
you
don't wanna
rather
give
I
out
put
her
a
real
real
name.
name for everyone to know, or nah? Because like,
No,
there we go. So
no,
she's
that's
now
fine.
Dylaniqua.
I like how I actually tricked
sorry,
people in
Dylan,
chat. So people
sister,
thought it was actually a
but,
voice changer.
This is just
That's funny.
Pup's humor.
No,
What
it's
do you
okay.
mean this is just pops
It's
Dylaniqua?
very.
It's so fucking cursed.
It's a nice name, Dylaniqua.
In what world is that a nice name?
Frank,
Anyway, okay.
Frank, do you have a sister? Do you have a Frankiqua?
No.
Damn. I have a sister.
Yeah.
Her name is Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
Well, anyways.
Interesting.
Mouse.
Oh,
All
look
right.
at me.
Well, do you
I'm
want me to go
Dylan.
now? I can go now.
You know, I feel like you haven't engaged enough today, so you're just gonna have to take the punishment.
What do you? That sounds like some college bullshit, man. What part of my participation?
Your
Like,
yeah,
part
your
of my grade?
participation is low today, and you're not getting immersed.
Lame as
You need to
hell.
get immersed
no,
in the
I have not been
podcast
immersed.
experience. You know, you need to get immersed.
Okay,
Get
so,
immersed like Pup playing Ice Cap Zone while his room was freezing cold.
Well, my room was fucking freezing cold for some reason.
So the fan game I wanted to talk about, just kind of, I don't know. I guess since you started talking about some really old stuff, there's this one that's been around for a really long time. It's been improved over time that maybe you've heard of, maybe you haven't. It's a Mario and Sonic crossover game that is, I would say equal parts.
Oh,
Probably
get a
Mario and
load of
Sonic, a lot of
Dylan
Sonic
bringing the
characters.
Mario to the Sonic discussion. Jeez.
Yeah, get a load of me bringing in good things. It's a game called Sonic Ball, Boll.
Oh.
not ball.
Oh,
yeah,
I've heard of
that's
this
fun.
before. Yeah, you've told me about this.
Ball. So this is a 2D crossover of Mario and Sonic, and if you've played things like Mushroom Kingdom Fusion, it's a tad bit like that, where you play as
I
several
forgot about that
characters.
one.
I haven't played the most updated version in a while, but you get like Sonic, Tails, Knuckles at least, and Mario, Luigi, and it's probably at least another Mario character in there somewhere. I can't remember off the top of my head. But you play as one of any of these characters, and you play through. It's like a new campaign with new levels that's very Mario inspired, but you still have like the abilities of Sonic or the abilities of Tails, let's say. And the music can be either Sonic or Mario themed. You get to choose that. The levels definitely do lean more Mario, but I feel like that might be as like a way to hide and protect themselves from Nintendo. Or I guess that wouldn't be the case, because that would make Nintendo more angry, right?
Mario. Look at me. I'm
Well,
Dylan,
I mean,
and
didn't that
love
game used to have
Mario.
like
Right?
just
Yeah.
didn't that just used to have all the levels from Mario 1 and then they had to redesign it?
I don't know if they had to. I think they just added new levels because they're like really fucking awesome devs and they made some really good shit and they just keep killing it over and over again because it's still in development. Like there's new stuff happening with it. Like I'm playing the 2.0 release right now. I don't actually know if I don't know what the most recent version is, but I'm in the Discord still and they still ping about stuff, so I assume it's still going.
Oh, now that you
It's a very good game.
brought up now that you brought up Sonic Ball, I was thinking and Mushroom Kingdom Fusion. What's the other one? Super Mario Crossover. That's another cool one. I know that's a Mario one, but still that one's fun.
Yeah.
And you can play as like all kinds of Nintendo characters and like retro game characters, and I think Sonic's in it. I'm not 100% sure.
I think Sonic is in it.
I think. Either way, go play it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What else you got for us
Alright,
today,
okay.
Dylan? You said you got like a lot to talk about.
Okay. Yeah. So Sonic Ball. That's a fun one. Let's see. We've also got another one of those obvious ones. Obviously, like I'm not gonna sit here and talk to you about Sonic Rumble Blast 2. We all know that's the shit. We all know it's the craziest thing that's ever existed. So like you know about that. I don't need to mention it. How about? Let's see.
I wish Dylan did his homework.
I mean, okay,
wish Dylan
I've
did
got
his
one.
homework.
No. I've got. What do you mean? I'm just looking at a folder full of games, thinking it would be interesting. I have this game here called Shadow's Ladder. It's I don't know. It's from 2022. I think it's a full game now, and it's a very atmospheric and sort of spooky Sonic game featuring Shadow, who is traveling through a location he doesn't recognize and trying to solve a mystery, and how it intersects with his past and his creation and all of that stuff. It's really spooky, actually, sometimes. Like, for a 2D side-scrolling game, it's like, got some really good atmosphere, some fun puzzles, good gameplay for the most part. It's unique. I would say it's a very unique little Sonic game, and if you're interested in that and maybe something a little different, I'd say that one might be one to check out. You can probably get that on Sonic Fangames HQ or something. And it's Shadow's Ladder, Ladder.
Shadow's Ladder.
Just in case anyone misheard me.
It still sounds like
Yeah.
you should be
Shadow's-
using like a ladder to paint a white fence or something.
Oh God.
Why do you need a ladder to reach a fence? That's a really
I was gonna make
big
a joke.
fence.
Could be a
like,
tall
oh,
fence. He's a little
Sonic's
guy,
or
remember?
Shadow's bladder.
He's just a little guy.
Shadow's bladder. I'm looking for the bathroom.
It all starts with this, a piss containing the ultimate power.
Does anyone else have another one, or do you want me to find another one?
You promised me
Oh, we've
big
been-
things, Dylan. I'm expecting lots of
Oh, I know,
big
but are we
things.
going like back and forth talking, or are you guys done? Like
We
you guys
would
are-
have done that had you not
like-
disappeared for 48 hours.
I was talking to my sister. I don't know, man.
Frank and I exhausted all ours.
Oh, okay. All right. So, let's see.
Hello, sister. Would you like to
Did
come
you-
over? Let me just check my schedule. When do I have Sunset City? That's when you can come over.
You wanted to use the PS2? I don't know. What do I say? No.
No.
I always have to support gaming. I have to. How about Sonic GT? Do you guys talk about Sonic GT?
That's on the
Not
beaten
yet.
track, I think. That one's everyone's going to talk about that one. Like we go for
Anybody
obscure,
remember Sonic
but
GL?
Sonic Green
I haven't-
Lantern.
What's Sonic GL?
Like, did that ever get a release?
I've never heard.
I
of
don't
this
know what
one.
that one is. I don't know that one.
Oh God. Okay, so it was like a very old fan game.
Oh, I'm
was
seeing
in
this. This is
development.
old. This is so old. This is so
Yeah,
fucking
that's
old,
why I was like,
dude.
Oh, actually, while you're looking for that, I want to mention Sonic Advance Revamped. Again, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go too much into like remakes or anything, but Sonic Advance Revamped is a game that was. It had a few demos several years ago, and it went silent for a while. There's a new demo of that. In case anyone else has seen that in the past, it's basically Sonic Advance, but it plays better,
if
stuff like that. It's
You-
only one
you've
level so
probably
far for
seen
the
it in
demo
the-
because it's new stuff.
if you follow
yeah.
Sonic's social media, you've seen it at some point because they used footage from that in their G Fuel series.
Cheeky bastards.
I didn't know that. That's cool. I wonder if Alex knows that. Cool.
Like it's so they acknowledged it. It was like, oh hey, thank you for showing off our. I was like,
Oh,
it's
good.
really cool
Okay.
for you to show up.
I'm also.
I think that was after they realized, oh
guess that's
shit, that's
crazy if Alex
that's
didn't
not
know that,
Sonic
yeah.
Advance.
I'm watching a trailer for Sonic
go check that
GL.
out.
I'm watching a trailer for Sonic GL right now. And if you want to know how old this video is, at the top of the screen it says www.fraps.com. It's so
Oh, they're
fucking
using-
Dude,
old.
Fraps. Whoa, Fraps was so cool, but like before, okay, when you guys first started using like Fraps and stuff, if you did
I never did.
you ever figure out how to get the numbers out of the corner of the screen? Because for so long I didn't know how to do that, and I was like, get out of there! Like I would like crop the video to get rid of it.
So when
I
I
just
was a
didn't
I
know
watched
kid,
a lot of
my-
I used to watch a lot of Total Biscuits videos, and like the Fraps counter would be up there.
when I was a kid, my dad
Yeah.
always used to use Max, so we ended up using like I Show You HD.
Ah,
I don't like
I
that
guess
name.
the hell's a Fraps? It's a recording program that was.
I
I
showed you my
Oh,
Fraps
look at
social
the little
version.
baby in the chat doesn't know what Fraps is.
think it is still. I mean, it's probably still free. I don't know. It still exists, Fraps.
Yeah, it's still around. I don't know.
Oh,
they
look
probably
at
have,
me,
like, a
I'm
version that
Fraps, and I'm still around despite it being way past the need. Oh.
Oh, that's cool. I wonder if it's
I
like
mean,
still
it's
a
legacy
super
software that
resource
people
hog.
are. Yeah, that was one of the problems I heard about it.
Is it okay
My
if I go for
computer
a
would sound
piss
like a
real
jet
quick?
engine when
Can I
running
go-
Fraps.
I mean, at this point, you might as well go.
Yeah, you can
and
go to
I
the bathroom. Yeah.
Thank you. Alright, you guys keep talking.
Where's Trey? I want to talk about Burning Rangers.
Oh, shut up about your
Uh,
fucking burn. Ugh, I'll be back.
Well, here's a more recent one. Sonic Rush 3D, if it hasn't been mentioned.
Oh yeah, no, we haven't mentioned that one yet, which we highly recommend it because
Amazing game. Yeah, that one was revealed, I think, for the first time in either 21 or 22 at Sage, and then
Yeah,
it was
it was
gone
Sage-
for a couple years.
Stage
And-
22 was the first. Oh no, it might have been Stage
22?
21 actually. No, I think it was Stage 21.
It was several
because-
years in between the two demos, because there was the first demo with Water Palace, and then we got the what the heck is it called? Leaf Storm. We got Leaf Storm demo at Sage 2024. Because 2025 Sage hasn't happened yet, right?
Yeah. Wait, which one?
Yeah, so 2024 Sage, it came back, and
Yeah.
it's way better in
Oh my
every
God.
single way. It's
Okay,
an
so-
insane representation of what Sonic Rush might have looked like as like
A
it's
3D
sort of
game.
like a console game, but still with that retro DS aesthetic, and it's divine. It's an incredible game. Like my goodness,
Honestly,
amazing.
I saw one of the because like we know a few people who work on it. Well, one of them decided to demonstrate like some of the speedrunning paths on my server, and holy shit, it is insane. I realized, like, I mean, obviously, yeah, they work on it, so they're much better at the game than I would be. But damn, I'm just like, I never want to show how I play at this game ever. I
Let's
can't
see.
compete against that. Oh,
Yeah, no, I mean they
Bandicam.
made it. So
You ever use
yeah,
Bandicam?
Bandicam, I think was better back then than Fraps, but it
Unregistered
left the
Hypercam
logo.
2.
yeah, I didn't like that one either because of the logo. I think I dealt with Fraps because it had the least intrusive thing that would get baked into the video.
Yeah, and it was just like your frame rate counter.
Yeah, and it was free basically. But like anyway, yeah. So let's see for other games. I have
Wasn't
again.
Puzzle
I'm literally
Model
just
in the
looking at my
first-
Fangames folder right now and like picking things out. But I bet a lot of you guys haven't heard of Silver the Hedgehog Worlds Collide. It's a game I found a while back, and I think it's from like I don't know, early 2000, maybe late 2000s, early 2010s or something like that. It's like pretty old, and it's a silver game where you're a lot slower to move, but you use the mouse to pick up projectiles and attack enemies, and like move crates to platform and fly across gaps and stuff like that. Hit switches, all that kind of junk. Very cool game. Very, very interesting ideas. And I think it was actually the creators' first game they ever tried to make. So, like, I believe they used an engine that exists, like a Silver the Hedgehog engine. But still, like, the level design and everything is like, hey, it's very cool. So if you ever like Silver the Hedgehog and want to play a game with unique powers and unique stuff, I would say give that a shot.
Hey,
Oh,
Dylan.
look at me, I'm Dylan, and I love
Yeah.
silver.
Fuck, he's back. I was gonna say, now that Pup's gone, what
How
about
dare you.
Sonic and Mario's Mind?
You can talk about Mario, I'm just gonna make fun of you.
Sonic and Mario's Mind.
I like Mario.
The Mario 64 hack.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I
Sonic
know
and
what you're
Mario's
talking about. Yeah,
Mind
there's
is just
the-
a bunch of naked pictures of fucking,
You-
what's the name
Oh
of the one?
gosh.
Princess
I hope
Peach.
not. Can't talk about that. Do
I
you
like
want to
that
talk about?
idea.
Do you want to talk about that one, Frank, or do you want?
I was just, I was going through like some of the videos that I covered, like Sonic ROM hacks and stuff. And that was one of them I saw. I was like, oh, I remember this one. It felt weird to control at first, and I think that was it. Like, it just felt kind of weird because they were trying to
Yeah.
emulate like Sonic's movement. You had like the homing
Yeah,
attack,
it's one of
you
them
had the,
Sonic and Mario games where it's like they give him the spin dash and like he's faster and stuff like that. He's got the homing attack, I think.
Can we talk
Yeah,
about
I
the
remember-
Mario is missing Flash game?
I remember
No.
I believe the final boss was like Eggman taking control of Bowser or something, or in a mech. But I do remember that boss fight being very hard.
I don't remember. I remember the final boss of the Cream ROM hack, which is Eggman in like a Bowser mech, and I always thought the design really went hard. Like it's like a
There was the
egg
other one
Koopa
where it
or
was
something.
Tails in a Bowser mech.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a story to that one, so there's like
Yeah,
a reason for him to be doing that.
It's actually kind of cool. So yeah, there's some really good Mario 64 hacks that have to do with Sonic the
Yes,
Hedgehog.
sorry. There's also in Co-op Deluxe. I know you guys were mentioning that earlier. There's also classic, or I think it's called Sonic Characters Rebooted, which is yet another Sonic play style that you can do for Mario 64 and all of those ROM hacks in Co-op Deluxe. And they have other various Sonic moveset mods. So like that's not technically its own Sonic fan game, but you can kind of turn it into a Sonic thing if you would like.
And also Sonic Adventure 64, I think. I think that's the name
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, that's one of them. It's a demo of Sonic Adventure Emerald Coast in Mario 64, and it's a good port. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything to add, Pup? You want me to keep going?
If you got more, by all means, drop more. Other than that, I'm quite ready to do super chats. But like, if you've got more, then get it out there. Air the grievance.
Okay.
All right,
Frank,
then,
you got anything?
Sonic Omens. No.
I told you.
I won't. I'm just playing around, okay? I'm having a bit of fun.
I mean, like, to stand back from like the craziest shit with that one, like it is an impressive game and it is a finished product. So it's like, hey,
The
cool.
animators
Sonic
hold ass, like really hold ass on that. Like
it's impressive that it's finished and it has all that polish and has all that cool shit. It's got its own song. Like it's impressive.
Yeah,
It's just,
it's got
you know.
it's got a lot of good qualities to it. The level design, not so much. I
the
think
level
in the
design in the
half,
first couple of levels is good. The first couple of levels.
everything.
After that, no.
And then you notice a significant decrease in quality. What else?
It's hard to
I think it's
maintain
that
the
tree
momentum of
climbing
fan
level.
project.
I don't like that one.
The tree.
Well,
the
I was
tree
lo-
though. The tree predicted the Raya Island towers, and the Raya Island towers
I did a little
definitely.
bit, yeah.
I like the
What
towers.
a beautiful game too. Beautiful fan game.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah. The thing is, a lot of it does boil down to assets that they didn't really own. But like, I will say,
That's
like
like
the
any fan game.
animators on like the cutscenes and stuff did an amazing job.
I think voice actors as well.
I think yeah, they
won't-
did a
I
fine
won't say
job,
it.
all things considered. Like,
I won't say anything about voice acting because the Shadow VA already blocked me.
Huh. From
Antonio
what I saw, I
Banderas
think the
blocked you.
voice actors were fine.
I'm not getting into that.
He sounds like
Um,
Puss in Boots.
So, the whole thing with Omens that I wanted to bring up was just the Infinity Engine Plus. While that is a very resource demanding engine to run whenever you make a game in that, it does play well. Like it's
Cool.
fun. You know, if you go,
Yeah,
if you drop
it's
from a
really
very,
hard to get that thing to run well, especially if
If
you're
you
running
drop from
OBS. I find it's like
Yeah,
tough.
I remember somebody made a I think it was Grand Metropolis in that engine, and it actually worked really well.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so like you can get it to work. It just depends on how you implement it.
Dude, I found another fan game in the depths of my computer, and I feel like this one deserves a shout out because I think it just died off. I don't think it's like I guess it's got a lot of content, so you probably could say it's finished. But there's a game called Sonic Project S that I think was at Sage forever ago. It's probably a couple years, 3, 4, 5 years. And what it is it's a different take on a Sonic rhythm game, where instead of just doing like DDR or just doing some random thing where you press up, down, left, right for no reason, you have a whole bunch of Sonic songs and some other Sega stuff as well, depending on what you eventually unlock. and you see your little character running around on a track at the bottom of the screen. And as you press up, down, left, and right, you typically up and down do things. You'll be jumping over badniks or, collecting monitors, like shields and stuff, which will let you take extra hits in case you get notes wrong and stuff like that.
Right.
I guess there's not a whole lot more I can do to sell based on, not that I'm selling it to you, because it's free, obviously, but, not a whole lot more I could say about it without showing it to you. But it's a very cool game. A lot of good songs and a lot of good, nice sprite work and stuff. And I don't think it's been updated in a really long time. So if you can find it somewhere, it's you like rhythm games and Sonic, it's one to check out. It's got a lot of style. So that's Sonic Project S.
When I was...
It's funny when...
Sorry.
I'll go for it.
When I was a young
when
lad
you-
first discovering the internet, I read a Sonic fan comic called Sonic Project XX. Okay, no, I was hoping someone would stop me. Why is no one stopping me?
Because
we're
I
gonna-
feel like it's not worth my energy.
Well, I was gonna say I for a moment had that confused with what's it called, the S Factor, which is like
Oh, yeah, that's the one with like
S
mannequin
Factor is
Sonia,
another
isn't
good
it?
one.
it's like a high difficulty
Yeah.
ROM
No,
hack or
Silver and
something.
Sonia.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say, mannequin Sonia.
You said
See,
it twice. Yeah, Silver and Sonia.
If
But yeah,
she can
it's
be
that's a
Soniqua,
good one.
why can't you be Dylaniqua? Like,
She's not Soniqua.
Isn't that the child that Sonic has with Mother Brain in
That is, yeah. Sonic
in
for
Sonic
Hire,
for
yes.
Hire? Yeah.
Soniqua, yeah. Let's see. You want to talk about not Project S, I already did that. You want to talk about S Factor, Frank?
I've actually never really played it. I've only ever heard
Okay,
about it.
well, the S Factor is a ROM hack. We're back to ROM hacks, where it's the full title is S Factor, Sonia, and Silver. It takes place in the future timeline where Silver and Sonia the Hedgehog from Sonic Underground, for whatever reason, are in the future fighting against Eggman's friggin' weirdo descendant man that we all know. And that's basically the whole thing. There's like new special stages with like different challenges you do in each one. I think it's a hack of Sonic 1. But like it's got Silver with his own custom powers. Like you can grab enemy projectiles and enemies and throw them. You can hover. Sonia's more like Sonic. She has like a spin dash, almost a little bit like Espio or Blaze. And hack can be brutally difficult. Really, really tough game. But it's cool. It is a cool game. And it stars Silver, and like I don't think any other game on the Genesis has had like a functioning Silver the Hedgehog, so
Oh, also
cool beans there.
We've got an interesting little question here in the chat from Ultra Beast. What
Oh,
about
yes.
Sonic's Sister, that cancelled Sonic game that would have centered around Sonic's sister? It was cancelled because it was going to be a port of a Japanese game, but fans made it clear they wanted a proper port and not a port with the Sonic skin. Yeah, that's Sister Sonic, which was going to be a port of Popful Mail. And they basically were going to do a Sonic thing to appeal to the Western market a bit more. But yeah, fans did protest to that, and they got their proper Popful Mail. I wonder what Sonic's sister would have been called in it, and if she would have been hot.
I've heard the Sister Sonic thing. I didn't know that's what it was. I didn't realize it eventually did actually get released as Popful Mail. That's cool.
Dylan, Lackey 2 really reminds me of you. He just looks like you know?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say because I'm really helpful.
Lackey 2 is the worst fucking character in Super Mario 64. He is the problem with that game.
Sure, but like he really picks up the slack in Mario Kart, where he saves everyone's ass every single time you fuck up. So I don't want to hear it. Okay.
Don't forget 2D Mario games where you can hijack his cloud.
I don't care.
Yeah, you can kill him.
Lackey 2. Lackey 2 is a piece of shit for what you did to Mario 64.
Dude, just
He was
jump kick
new on
into
the
him.
scene. He didn't know yet. He was a
He
new
ruins
cameraman.
the game. He really does.
He does. But he was trying. It was a new gig, you know? It was a new gig. Who this?
I have heard that there were even
That's
other
my
games
friend. He's
around.
my friend, okay? Don't talk about him like that.
I was gonna make a little joke about it in my Mario 64. I might still do it. You're getting a behind the scenes thing here, guys. But I was gonna say, now Lackey 2. He might look like a friend. He actually looks like my friend, Garrulous64. But he's not a friend. He's a piece of shit.
Oh, wait. I could give you my 3D character model, and you could put him in the little cloud.
Yeah, we could do that.
and like
yeah.
have him have like a camera and like wave, be like, hi.
I want to start a new page on the TV tropes page called Beta Male with Glasses Trope, and just have a bunch of pictures of like Millhouse, Steve Smith, Dylan.
There's a lot of. That's not fair. I wouldn't be the only human YouTuber person on there, I'm sure, because there's a lot of like
I can't believe
YouTubers
you've
with
actually,
glasses.
Dylan. I can't believe you've actually accepted this.
Yeah, I can't believe he's.
What am I
allowed
supposed
this.
to do? He said he keeps
Fight
talking.
back.
He's gonna outlast me with his like tenacity. Like he's gonna keep saying these things. That's why I don't talk about Millhouse or like bother with it anymore. Because I was like, you know what? It's over. I lost.
It's
Like,
a
I give
fight
up.
he's lost. He's not gonna win.
You know, like
Fight back.
if he keeps repeating it, it's gonna happen. Like it's like history is written by the winners. That's how it works.
You know, when you word it like that, it really is encouraging me to just come up with more nonsense.
I hate you.
It was really funny because when Wayne was on this podcast, it was like a running gag of like I would just refuse to call him his actual name and call him like Wallace and stuff. But
That's why you
like
called him Wallace. Yeah.
yeah. But with Dylan, it's just like who does he look like this week?
Yeah. You give me a new character that I grow to despise when I see randomly on the internet. Like anytime I see like an American Dad clip, I see Steve Smith and I'm like, F you. Get out of my face.
I feel like you got a self-hatred problem, man.
No, I don't, because I feel like I'm a lot better looking than Millhouse or Steve Smith. I feel like I have much more going for me.
yeah,
Okay.
you do.
Yeah, I mean being
Just saying.
tangible really helps. Like
Being real is
yeah,
real. Yeah, no, that's good.
existing, yeah.
Big if true.
That's one big step up, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. You're right.
I just complimented him by saying he's real. That's how low the bar
You don't know
has
how much
become.
this means to me.
God. All right, do we want to do super chats?
Let me just think off the top of my head. Oh, Sonic. I wanted to mention Sonic Time Twisted is a
that's
fucking
that's a
insane
tough one.
game.
It's a great one, but those bosses are tough.
Remember
very
when it was on
difficult
Xbox
sometimes.
for a short period of time.
Yeah, I remember if you were one of the lucky people that had it downloaded on your Xbox.
I
'cause
had
was
it on my
officially
Xbox too.
downloadable,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool.
I have evidence that this actually happened because I streamed it as soon as I could.
Yeah, I mean, you still have it. I think you could still have it, right?
No.
Doesn't it
All
still
I'm
work?
gonna
can't-
say though is like the music,
It's
right?
unplayable now.
The music.
Really, it was
in-
revoked. Like,
the music in that
Yeah.
game across the board, it's good, but then it randomly pops off for like the Ice Cap Future one. Like it just goes ridiculously hard once it gets to that one.
I mean, what can I say? The game is. It was in production for an insane amount of time. It has a crazy amount of levels. Like, it is longer than Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I'm pretty sure.
It also has
and
the
yeah, you
Future
can get it
Pass
on your
system
Vita, you can
from
get it on your
CD.
I think your 3DS maybe.
Yeah.
It's an amazing, amazing game, and there's so many more games that I can rattle off right quick. If you want to, literally just go back in this part of the stream and grab these titles if you want to look into them. Sonic Adventure Blast 2, Sonic Encore, Sonic World DX.
Sonic
let's see,
World.
Sonic
Oh, Sonic
Project
World was
Reignition.
fuzzy. I had fun with Sonic World. I remember
Yeah.
actually, in Sonic World when I was younger, one of the first things I ever modded into anything was I modded a level in Sonic World to just have one of my friends' face all over it.
Wasn't there
I
like a
love
big
that.
issue
It's
with
good.
like the people working on it?
Well, it was the original creator was a problem, and now that person has been they've been gone for a long time.
Ah, okay.
That's why they're changing it so it's Sonic World DX is the new title. They're not going off of the original because Sonic World was like always called by its revision names. So like you had like
Yeah.
Sonic World Revision 6 or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that. because
Sorry, my
I
door just
think-
slammed, and I can't tell if it's like I'm being too loud or if it's the wind,
I think I played
Probably
like
just the
7
wine.
or 8 or something.
the wine.
It's probably just
Yeah,
the
no.
wine.
So like now it's Sonic World DX, and it's
Pup, you're saying that weird.
Yeah, cool quid.
I think I have Sonic World DX 1.2. I don't know what the most recent public version is. I haven't downloaded any of the.
Oh, look at me, I'm Dylan. I haven't downloaded the latest version of Sonic World. Oh.
I did,
I'm
listen,
gonna-
I'm like a digital hoarder. I download a lot of shit, but I needed to clear out my files because my computer was all funky.
I think Sonic Word was one of the few
It was
Sonic fan
ruined.
games you could play on a Mac.
I think I got
yeah.
Sonic Fan Remix to work on a Mac.
Oh yeah, so
Because when I
know
used,
much about that.
oh yeah, no, that worked on a Mac. I played that on Mac back in the day.
but I don't think there were ever files for it.
What do you mean?
I think you had to run it through something to get it to work.
You have to run it through Wine Wrapper?
No,
or
no,
something?
no, it worked
Probably.
anyway. I didn't run it through Wine, and I played it fine.
Okay, that might have been a different game that I was running through Wine Wrapper.
I don't know. Maybe you're just stupid. Like, have you considered that?
Oh, he's bullshitting. No, okay, yeah, you need
Oh
Wine
no,
Wrapper.
I'm actually
You
not.
can't run an EXE
no, I'm
file.
not. No, I'm not bullshitting. You always could. I'm just saying maybe you're just stupid as a funsy. Like, but no, I did play it on Mac
Okay.
without Wine because I remember I couldn't get Wine to fucking work, and then I got yelled at for installing weird shit on the computer.
Maybe you're just stupid. Have you ever considered that?
That rocks.
Die.
Working on it.
Don't
Slowly but
actually
surely.
die. Dye your clothes in fun colors. Oh, look at
No.
me. I'm Dylan. Oh. All right.
Okay.
Oh.
So super chat.
Sonic Fan Remix. That was the first one I talked about.
Yeah, that was the first one Frank talked about.
Actually, well,
last
technically,
thing,
the second one.
Let's see. I mean, obviously, shout out to all of like the decomps and stuff like that. Sonic 1 Forever, Sonic 2 Absolute, Sonic 3 Air. There's the Sonic Mania decomp you can play with some mod support that's like insane, obviously.
I heard.
And the
you're
Unleashed
all-
recomp, obviously. Like play Unleashed. It's good with mods.
I heard that you're able to play like older versions of Mania through the the decomp, and honestly, I have never figured out how to get that
Why would you
going.
want to?
So you can play the original
Footage.
Metal Sonic boss fight, which was amazing.
Footage.
Oh.
Yeah, I would.
Oh yeah,
well,
that's
it's-
right. Forgot about that. Wasn't
I
that
mean,
worse?
it wasn't. It was lame.
Also,
but, like,
I think you could play like version 1.03 mods, because a lot of them didn't make it to Mania
So?
Plus.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Dylan
see
doesn't
what you
like
mean.
preservation, guys. He hates it.
No.
Dylan says
I
no
didn't
to
think of that. No,
preservation. Dylan don't like
no.
preservation.
Listen, I was thinking about it just 'cause-
Right, time to run a poll. Run a poll.
I was thinking about it because of like,
Go on the poll.
do you know the updates and stuff, and like the change to Metal Sonic. I was like, why would you want to play the worst boss
No,
fight? But I
like-
hadn't thought about the mods.
You
That's
gotta
true.
Run a poll.
The new or the updated Metal Sonic fight is much better.
Oh man, I wonder if you could play like some of LJ's old mods, Frank, like tag team.
Oh,
and
the
stuff.
tag team mod. Oh shit.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if those files still exist anywhere,
Oh, I got them.
but like, you have them.
Yes, I have an archive full of every single Sonic Media mod I've ever played.
Guys, this is the
Oh my
incorrect
goodness,
answer.
can I see that? Can I see that folder, please? I don't want to like have the folder. I mean, you can send it to me if you want, but I want to see it. I want to see what's in there.
Yeah,
I just want to see like it be like, wow, I'm 100 years old now.
yeah,
Guys,
I,
people who agree with me, can you start voting on this? Like, come on, man.
can you?
Where are you guys at? All right,
They
shall
don't
we do,
exist, pup.
can we now do super chats?
I'm ready for
Yeah,
super
let's-
chats. I can talk about this forever, but I think I threw out a lot of good names. So.
All right, I'm going to take
All right, let's
these
go.
down then.
But yeah,
And
I
if you
gotta
have
do-
more questions about fan games, you know where to find me.
You're not going to respond to
I would-
people, are you? You never do that.
I would love to like see if it's possible to play the old mods, because I would love to revisit some of them.
I mean, I could. I don't know how to change the version that it plays. Like I have the decomp set up, but I don't know how to change that.
I never got the decomp to work. I don't know. Maybe it's something. Maybe it's something with me.
Well, say no more, friend. Say no more.
look at me. Oh, I'm Dylan. No. All right.
Is that true?
We got
Why do we do Frank? Not Frank. Sorry, Pup. Why do we do the super chat mailbag? Is it just for like just to keep track of things? Because we could just click the fan funding tab and just read them all through here,
It's
like
to keep
one
it's
by
to
one.
keep better track, but also because not everyone has access to the fan funding tab, and you have to log in to get it, and not everyone likes logging in.
Oh, okay, that's true. Yeah,
So
okay,
I
I
do it
forgot.
here.
Not everyone's
Also,
logged
there'd
in.
be no need for burger, and that would just ruin it. So, let's start
Okay.
off. Dylan,
Yeah, you're right.
you're up, burger.
All right. Brian likes human. Sorry. Oz Productions, the $5. Brian likes human women. Sonic kisses human women. Coincidence? Probably.
I think not.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Oz.
I think.
Borger. KB with the $1.99. Did you hear about the Sega games for Switch 2 being key cards that Sega won't be doing any Switch 2 upgrades for their games? Kind of an L move on Sega's part. Yeah, that is a fucking L.
Honestly, I believe that's the case with a lot of third-party games. That there's a handful of them that are all going to be key card only, which really sucks. Because God, like,
Look, Nintendo, Disney, HBO, all those big boys. They're companies that have got too big and realize they can do whatever the fuck they want, and we got to just turn to them and say no. No, Nintendo. I won't buy your little key card.
I know we're already at the end, basically, but can we talk about the key cards and like what even the fucking purpose and what this even does is like, because like what it is you buy a physical box, you drive to GameStop or Game Store or whatever wherever you go, Walmart, you pick up the box, you say, I'm buying this copy of Sonic Generations X Shadow Generations for Switch 2. You take it to the register, you buy it, you take it home. You take out the small little plastic piece, put it in your Switch, and then it downloads a digital copy, and then theoretically that must mean that digital key card, that key card you purchased is now completely useless, yeah? It's like just dead? Because like they wouldn't let you put that into multiple systems, right? So
no.
What then is the difference between...
You can't do
you
that.
can download it to multiple systems?
Yeah, I think you have to have the
it's
key
just
card in at all times as well. So it's basically the way it works is the same as PS5 and stuff does. You put
It's just a
works
game
like
card
DRM.
then.
no, but you download. Okay, so
What
put
the
it
fuck
this
is the
way.
purpose?
I'll give you an example. So I bought Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 5. Okay, I got it physical. You put the physical disc in,
Okay.
and it downloads the game. So it serves as a key code to download the game. But if the disc isn't in, it won't allow me to play it.
So it's
You know what it
the
is?
same as a card. It's the same as a game card.
Yeah, but
Hey,
you
Dylan,
put
remember
it
when
in.
Remember when people were doing the thing where they could like have this? It was like a device they had where they could like rip Switch games from the card. I think they're
Oh,
trying to combat
That's
that.
why they're doing it.
So I'm gonna straight up say.
But wouldn't it make more sense to do that with the first party games, not the ones that already exist on other
Well, I was-
systems? Why do they care about the third party ones?
I was just gonna say,
I
like,
don't know.
right now, digital is the better alternative because you don't have to go to the store to get it or wait for your mailman to deliver it. You can
Yeah,
just
and there's no
download it when it's
scarcity.
ready. The other thing
Yeah.
is you don't need to keep putting the disc in and out when using it and stuff like that. And it's like I used to buy the physical thing because it's just like I want the physical thing, but also because it's like, oh, I don't have to wait for it to download. I can just pop the disc in and play. Now that you can't do
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
we're at a point, and also even then, like downloading it digital should cost less than buying the physical thing because of the production, but no, they don't. I'm just saying straight up at this point, we might as well abandon physical at this point. I don't want to, but at this point, we might as well. Probably get
I think
those
you're right,
manufacturing
Frank,
costs
about
down,
the-
more affordable.
Maybe I don't think it will get more affordable. I think they'll just phase physical out. But like I think Frank's right with the whole like they are probably trying to try they're probably trying to make it so that it's harder to rip the games. Like you can't pop them into that it's called like the Switch Ripper. Like it's really cool name.
Yeah,
But like, it just rips the game cards so you can use them on console, not on console, on
yeah. Because if you
on
put
the
it into a
emulator.
if you put it into a new device, you're
Just
gonna have
don't-
to go online to like download the whole game.
to download it.
and-
Yeah. So, but again, it's like, why would that not be what they do for their games? Because like all of their games are confirmed to be regular game cards, which
I don't know.
You know,
Maybe it's something. Maybe it's something that Nintendo's incentivizing. It's like, hey,
weird. I think
you
you're
could always-
right. I do think you're right. Maybe it's cheaper
but then,
to make. Also,
but then you
I
also
don't know.
have games like Cyberpunk, which have the entire game on that game card.
Maybe this thing doesn't have like storage or anything on it. It's literally just like a game key that like activates the Nintendo store and just immediately downloads. That's why it's cheaper to make. That way it's like
That's
here,
essentially
third party
what it
games
is.
extremely cheap to make.
And
that kind
if
of thing.
you're, Well, that's kind of the idea of it. It's like you put it in for the first time, and then you have to download the game, and then
Put
every
it in
time
for the
afterwards,
first time. Do you hear yourself?
You said
Well-
that earlier, Pup, and you didn't make a joke about it, so I don't want to hear it now. Okay.
Well, Pup, it sounds like a foreign concept to you, so let me finish. Anyway, so you put the game in for the first time, it downloads it, but every time afterwards, all you got to do is put the game in. You don't need to connect online for it to verify that that's your game. That's essentially how it works.
That makes sense.
But
I just think it's stupid.
if you
but
try to
that
rip
makes
it,
sense.
then it's only going to have whatever is on that card, which is not the game. So I think that's why they're doing it. I don't understand why all the third party or most of the third party developers or publishers are doing it. It's such a weird idea.
It's so weird because the Switch games currently have so many things in them that like do tie them to systems and accounts. Like you if you buy a physical game, this is the last thing I'm going to say about this because we're way off
Yeah,
track.
we should-
But Switch games do have a thing where I think if you put the physical game in your console, it does technically have like keys or some kind of shit that tethers it a little bit.
It's
to
got a
your
unique serial key
system.
or serial
Yeah,
number.
so like
or
it's not that
whatever.
it prevents it from going elsewhere, but I think it gets registered to your Switch's like special stuff. You know, like your account's special stuff a little bit.
It's a unique serial number that's tied to that specific cartridge. And if I believe if they detect that the exact same one has been shown online on like 2 different devices, they'll
Oh,
ban
yeah.
they'll ban it on
Yeah,
both.
that's how. Yeah, right. That's how they get you on like
Yeah.
hacking stuff. So don't do that. Just don't steal things. But yeah. Anyway, that's what the fuck were we talking about? Key cards.
Super chat.
Thanks, KB.
All right then, Franken.
Oz Productions with Oz Productions with the $2 Dylan's sister, Sunset City's first girl guest. Oh my god.
No. Let's not commit erasure here. Emmy Jones was the first female guest on Sunset City.
Of the new
Way
generation.
back.
New generation.
Oh, new gen. Yeah, new
'cause
gen.
we
I
got-
guess.
Gen
'cause we
first
got
guest.
Dylan himself.
Not a girl. Not a woman.
I mean, clearly
keep
not. You're
telling
referring
yourself
to
that,
Dylan
buddy.
as him.
Yeah.
You
I'm
go
not a-
refer
I'm not
to
a
Dylan as himself, so
yeah,
you're
he's a
clearly
girl
screwing
with
this
he,
up.
him pronouns. It happens. Some people have that.
What? No.
You're fucking up
Yes.
the joke already, Pop.
I'm just
He's
me.
him.
I'm just pretty.
He's him.
What an idiot. All right. Okay.
Next up, KB,
Borker.
who is a mod now. Also, congrats. $199. Forget Sonic Forces. We need Sonic Fences. That's
Sonic
you can do that in Mario
what
and
about Sonic
Sonic build
Forces?
games. You can do
That's
fencing.
some Tom Sawyer ass fucking idea.
Sonic and the White Fence.
Forces.
Sonic and the
Sonic
White
and the White
Fence.
Fence.
You know it would happen if the storybook games continued.
Holy shit! Wait a minute, dude. This is the Sonic Mundane Activities series of Sonic and the Big Cheese and Sonic and the White Fence.
Oh, okay. I actually would play those.
Okay.
Wow.
Thank you,
Okay,
KB. Thank you.
Borker. Mr. Krabs. Gromit, why is Bruce Banner crashing out, Gromit? Why?
He's got a lot to crash out about. To be
Why?
fair,
Why is Bruce Banner?
he's got a lot
crashing
going
out?
on.
Thank you, Mr. Krabs. Borker.
Mr. Krabs with a $1.99 US. Gromit, it Wario Time Friday, Gromit.
For
Never
fuck's
change,
sake.
Mr. Krabs.
I kind of glitched a little when I was reading that.
It's okay.
Borker.
Another one from KB, $1.99. There's a trope on nerd glasses. I assume when he was talking about the TV tropes pages.
Yeah, when I said
Oh yeah.
beta male with glasses trope. I don't know, I still think this is a separate one.
I think that's how. Well, I think that's how nerds are usually treated in media.
Yeah, we get killed.
Well, you know how
Well,
it
no,
is.
that was just.
All right, next one, Pup.
Dylan, you like singing, so why don't you take this one, Borker?
No, I don't know the song, so I can't sing it.
I don't know the song either. So
I'm sorry, Mr. Krabs. I can
Figure it
read
out.
it as Homer.
I always wanted something more than 50 hours every week and a paid vacation on the Jersey shoreline. And so, when ambition turns to competition, I'll never be the better man. Homer Simpson.
Yeah, never.
Thank you, Mr. Krabs.
Maybe I've heard it. Maybe. But thank you very much.
And then we
And
got
Frank.
one more for Mr. Frank.
Wait, we do?
Yeah, we do.
Yep, it just came in.
Oh, okay.
It just did what now? Border.
Mr. Terry Chaos with the £2.
Yes.
Okay. I just want a Sega Bass fishing game with Big. How have they not done that by now? How has there not been
Not a
some
bad
kind
idea.
of re-release where you can play as Big?
But I mean, it's probably because nobody would fucking buy that. Like, if it was a free game, maybe.
No, Sonic fans would buy it.
If they made a
there
good
are-
fishing
I'm not gonna buy
game
that.
and it had Big the Cat in it,
No,
they don't need Sonic fans. They could just sell it as a fishing.
I mean, okay, you know what?
experience.
I said I wouldn't play it, but if they had like a museum you could fill up, then I would absolutely play it. Like, if you could make a museum and like play with friends in the game, I'd be like, yep, okay, yeah, let's do it.
And Borger.
And one last one, Mr. Krabs, $1.99. That song was a Less Than Jake song.
I have never heard of
Okay,
it.
never heard of that,
Is that like a Tom
but I
Sawyer?
thank you for clarifying. Appreciate it.
Tom Sawyer's music career has come to a crashing end.
I'm sure it's a banger.
All right, well, that's the end of the episode.
Did it, fellas?
So,
Oh shoot.
Dylan. Dylan. The
Yeah.
skeleton is here.
So, oh, and guess what I'm up to? Well, it's keep telling myself I'm gonna make a video, and I keep not doing it. And contrary to popular belief, that means no video is happening. So I need to actually make a video. I'll probably upload something next week, but I'm gonna keep trying to do shorts and streams for now as well. When I have the motivation. Let's see. I streamed yesterday with Franken. We streamed a fun Mario
What the
ROM hack. Sorry, not
fuck?
a good Pokemon Mario
You guys
ROM
hung
hack
out
where all of the
without
Pokemon are
your
Mario.
You beautiful old man.
You were probably, I don't know where you were. I don't know.
Gooning.
You sick
You've never played
bastard.
Pokemon before.
I can't believe you did this. I wish these guys were good friends.
But yeah, no, it's a very cool game. If you ever heard of it, it's Mariomon. And Frank and I are playing the Nuzlocke mode that's built into the game. So every time I walk into a trainer fight by mistake, there's a risk of my team getting annihilated. And let me tell you, I walk into a lot of places by mistake in that game. But yeah, it was pretty fun. So yeah, streams and shorts, and please just keep. Please don't leave me, please.
That sounds like a cry for help. Okay. Dylaniqua, what are you up to this week? Oh, she's gone.
I don't know what she's doing. I'm not sure what she's doing. I think she's going to her friend's house for the weekend or something, or like some college thing.
Isn't that wonderful? Hell yeah.
Yeah. No, she'll have fun. I mean, she took the PS2, so I assume it's going to be a good time.
That actually, like, the idea of a sleepover with a PS2 sounds fucking epic.
Oh yeah, I think it's like a
you get
one of them
high, you get
frat
Dr.
things
Pepper,
or
and you
whatever.
play Burnout Revenge on PS2.
yeah. I don't know if they have Burnout. I gave him Ratchet and Clank, like a Ratchet and Clank game, because those are good
I might have the
multiplayer.
game laying around.
Oh, look at me. I'm Dylan and I've got Ratchet and... Frank, what are you up to?
Almost the same thing as Dylan, where I said I was going to make a video, but, well, that didn't happen yet.
But yeah, but I'm going to make a video, but
Anyway, I did upload a video onto my second channel, which was just the Secret Lair Hatsune Miku collaboration. It's just
yes.
like Magic the Gathering cards. So I opened that. I have another TCG video going on the channel in the next few days, and I might do a highlights video on the first Mariomon stream that Dylan and I did.
well, that'd be fun.
As for streaming, I want to stream today. I just don't know what I'll be streaming. Come by the streams. Help me afford a PS5. Actually, help me afford a PC first. The ad revenue would be nice.
Help me afford food. Help me afford rent.
That's such a good idea.
Woohoo! Yahoo!
What-
Pop, what are
Pop,
you?
what are you up to?
Sorry, Frank, you all set?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to
Okay.
cut you off. Pop, what are you up to?
Well, I said I was gonna make a video at some point, but lol. So, I am working.
I'm ready. Depression.
I am working on it. I swear. No, is that I've been doing a lot of edits for like other people lately.
No, that's good. No, that's I was talking about me.
Oh, you're depressed? Oh, get well soon.
I don't know, probably.
What can I do?
No, I'm fine.
I can change
keep
it.
going.
I have the power.
No, keep going.
I
No,
don't
no,
have
please,
anything more to
keep going.
say. I'm done, bitch. I'm done.
No, no,
oh,
no, no.
okay, then
Please
and-
elaborate more. Tell us.
Oh, Super
Yeah, keep
Mario
going.
64 videos in the works. Yeah, is that better?
That's what
And
we like
he's
to
a-
hear. Yeah.
And he's also going to go over the history of sunflower seeds as a snack.
I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to talk about no Tom Sawyer ass bullshit.
You talk about Tom Sawyer more than anyone I ever have met my whole life.
Yeah, why do you think that
I've
is?
heard-
Because you guys
I've
always
heard
talk
about
about
Tom Sawyer.
Sawyer.
I have heard about Tom Sawyer more from you than I have in school.
Yeah, well, why do you think I talk about it so much? Because you guys talk about it so much.
I did not talk about it. You just brought it up.
Okay,
when
it was Trey.
was
Can we
like, "Yeah,
agree
eat
it was Trey?
sunflower seeds?
Can we agree it was Trey that brought it up by eating
Yeah, it was
sunflower
Trey.
seeds? Okay, great. Trey?
He brought up sunflower seeds, and that was it.
Trey?
Trey.
Trey?
Trey.
Maybe Trey's the skeleton.
No,
Skelly Trey.
that's a different person entirely.
Oh, okay.